The Rubber Mat and Liner Cleaner does a great job at cleaning all weather floor mats. It should, it's its intention. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that's nice.
That's why I do that. All right, cleaning and protecting all weather floor mats. It's a question we get a lot here at Adams Polishes. And to be honest with you, it's a very simple process, but there's a couple tips and tricks to put a really good foundation of protection on your all-weather floor mats. And then there's another product that really dresses them and makes them look perfect and keeps that foundation of protection on there going for a long time. So here we have some OEM style rubber all-weather floor mats. These are Subaru floor mats for this WRX. Now, whether you have WeatherTech style floor mats, a little bit more plastic feeling, or these like rubber, the process is the same, okay? One thing you'll notice is the protection and the dressing will actually go on maybe a little bit different, but still they're gonna make your mats look perfect every single time. So at Adams Polishes, we've developed a couple products that are very specific to all-weather floor mats. And the things I'm gonna be using today to clean them, I'll be using Adams Polishes Rubber Mat and Liner Cleaner, okay? It cleans, but it still leaves the mats looking jet black. So really good product to use. And we have a similar product to this called Tire and Rubber Cleaner, which you use for your tires, which does kind of the same idea. Cleans the tires, but leaves them nice and jet black. We also have some Rubber Mat and Liner Protectant. So these guys very much are paired together to keep your floor mats looking amazing. Okay, I have a bucket with clean water in it. I also have a long handled fender brush. I also have the tire scrub brush. Now, either one of these is gonna work. My first choice is the fender brush. The flag bristles on this really does a great job of cleaning the floor mats. I also have a pressure washer set up. And then, a little secret stash back here, I have some graphene ceramic spray coating advanced. Okay, this is gonna be more of our base layer of protection. And then I also have an edgeless utility towel. This is a towel we use for the interior, but this is gonna be something I use to even out the Rubber Mat and Liner Protectant once I'm done getting it on there. So let's jump into the process right now, follow along with me, and you'll know exactly how to get your rubber floor mats looking perfect. Now, with your all-weather floor mats, they're gonna get a lot of contamination like your car gets. So here in Colorado, there's winter happening. So you can see on this passenger side floor mat, there's a lot of salt residue on there, but on this driver's side floor mat, it's a lot more dirty. So you get a lot of different contamination on here, dirt and grime. So Rubber Mat and Liner Cleaner is the best product for that. But first, you wanna get as much loose dirt and grime off in the beginning. So what I like to do is blast it with a pressure washer. Now you can use a garden hose, make sure you get the best stream possible, but a pressure washer is by far a better option when it comes to blasting stuff on there. The other thing I want you to understand is when I do this process, I pull the floor mats out of the car when I get my car into place before I wash it. So this is the first thing I do. I clean the all-weather floor mats, then I move on to cleaning each wheel and tire, then maybe the engine, then maybe the exhaust tips, and then the full car. By the time I'm done washing the full car, my all-weather floor mats are dry, and then we can get into protecting them or dressing them. So, and then the other thing, when you're gonna start blasting your all-weather floor mats off, to avoid getting water spots on your car, aim away from the car. So I'm aimed more at you guys watching this. I'm not aimed at the car. So I wanna avoid getting any water on the car. So we'll take our pressure washer and we'll blast these off. So let's get these out of the way. So like I said, pressure washer, get as much dirt and grime off as you can. I like to use the green tip, which is 25 degree. The 40 degree tip I like using for washing the car, but in this, I like having a little bit more skinny or smaller angle of the stream. I just feel like I can control it better on these mats. So oftentimes when you use the pressure washer, I mean, it cleans them pretty well, you know, so they're wet right now, but a lot of the loose dirt and grime is off of there. But with floor mats, the thing you get on them that you don't get on the outside of your car is food residue. So, you know, This is Elan's car. He eats a lot of candy. There's some candy residue on here, and the rubber mat and liner cleaner is gonna be the thing that really breaks that down. Also the dirt and grime. So right now I have this sprayer as off. I'm actually gonna switch it to stream. So this is more of your fan spray, right? And when I'm sitting back, it's harder to get coverage. So I like to put it on stream like that. And now I can really hang back, give it a good spray. Like so. Like that, okay? Turn it off so the heat doesn't make it leak very much. Now, like I said, 2 options for scrubbing all weather floor mats. You got the tire scrub brush, you got the fender brush. I personally like the fender brush better. So we'll put the tire scrub brush in there. I like it better because if you have one of these nice Viper chairs, you can just chill out on the Viper chair, sit back, and the long handle allows your reach to be able to scrub. Same thing when you're kneeling down, okay? I like to be able to have a longer handle so I can reach further. So take this. I like to go with the grooves first. So once I've gotten the grooves in that direction, I'll switch it. I'll go this way. Like that. Move on to the next one. Now, you know, a lot of people probably ask, how often do I need to do this? Well, obviously when you're getting out of your car, you can see how dirty they are, but I generally do this every time. You know, the more often I do this, the better they look, and having a clean interior is just, it's such a better driving experience. So I tend to just do this every time. It also doesn't take very long. So just grabbing my all-weather floor mats, bringing them out, do it. It's, you know, you clean them really quick, and then it's like a set it and forget it and let them dry. So scrubbing. All right, there you go. Nice and scrubbed down. Then we just rinse them off with the pressure washer. Now the back side of the mats don't get as dirty, but when you do this cleaning portion, you might get a little bit of soap or the rubber mat and liner cleaner solution on the back. So I'll just flip them over, give it a quick spray down, but they're not, the back side of the mat is not getting as dirty as the front side. So I don't generally spray the rubber mat and liner cleaner on or scrub the back side. So do it like that, okay. All right, so the thing you'll notice after you clean them with rubber mat and liner cleaner is, although these are still wet, they look more even. So I got a lot of the dirt and grime and salt residue, food residue, I got it all off. So now we have essentially raw rubber or like naked floor mats. Once they dry, then we get into protecting them. Now, what I'm gonna show you as we protect them is I will do one side with a true ceramic protection, which is our graphene ceramic spray coating. I'll do the other one, the passenger side, with the rubber mat and liner protectant. You'll be able to see the difference in both, but just as a quick statement, I like to put the graphene ceramic spray coating on for the first time. So I get a base layer of protection that's actually gonna bead water. And then in between those times, or then any time after that, I use the rubber mat liner protectant. And then when I get into cleaning it and I see it's not beading water as much, I will make sure and put a layer of the spray coating again on, and then again, following that, rubber mat liner protectant. So that's just the way that I have some experience with doing this. That's my favorite way to do it. So let's get these dry. We'll hang them up in the sun, let them dry out. Then once they're dry, we'll bring them back over here. We'll protect them, and then we'll be on our way. I let these sun dry, and Adams Polishes offers all-weather floor mat clips that you can either mount to the outside of your house or inside your garage. So you can hang them on there to dry. If you don't have those, set them up against your porch or the side of your house facing the sun, and they'll dry very easily. All right, we got some clean dry floor mats. As you can see, the rubber mat and liner cleaner does a great job at cleaning all weather floor mats. I mean, it should, it's its intention. So now what we get to is protecting these floor mats. Now, one thing you'll notice with all weather floor mats is you're gonna get wear marks like here, and especially on rubber mats like this, you get a little bit of wear on top. It's kind of like your tires. If you curb your tires and you put a dressing on, it doesn't react the same way to rubber that hasn't been altered or rubbed on. So oftentimes what you'll notice is you'll put something on here, it might not look as dressed or as shiny. That's just because your rubber mats or all weather floor mats have some wear to them. It's completely fine, okay? And the goal here is not to make these mats shiny, okay? It's to make them look new again. So with the spray coating or the rubber mat liner protectant, we can absolutely achieve that. So like I said before, with the driver's side floor mat here, we're gonna put the spray coating on so you can see how that reacts. On the passenger side floor mat, we're gonna put the rubber mat liner protectant, but like I said before, I like to use them together. So I just wanna give you a visual of both. Now, a question we get a lot, probably every single time we do a video like this, is can I put on Adams Polish's VRT or a dressing like that? It is highly not recommended to do that. The reason why is there is silicone inside of those and it makes the mats very slippery. So in the instance of getting into your car and you put your foot in first, your foot's gonna slide, you're gonna hit the ground, and then you're gonna call our customer service and complain. So make sure you're using rubber mat liner protectant or the spray coating when it comes to either protecting or dressing your all-weather floor mats. So let's start with the driver's side. I have my spray coating here, put it on spray setting, okay? And then I also have a gray microfiber applicator, okay? This is just to help even it out on here. But because this ceramic coating is in spray form, I can actually just spray it directly on there. So that's what I'm gonna do now, and then I'll even it out after I'm done spraying with the applicator. So you don't need a lot. You just want to kind of get it into the grooves, or, you know, again, like Adam likes to say, the nooks and the crannies, like so. And then I'll take my applicator, I'll just give it 2 sprays like that. And then we'll take this and we're gonna even it out on the mat. You just don't want, I mean, as best as possible, you don't want the coating or even the protectant to like pull up on here. So this is more of just getting it on here, getting it nice and even. Okay, there's a little bit of excess inside the grooves because I can't fit the applicator all the way in. I'm fine with that. The solvent's gonna come out of the formula, it's gonna leave the ceramic behind, and then they're gonna fully be protected. I also, in this case, to make it easier to clean, not that I'm scrubbing it or anything, but I also like to do the back side of the mat as well. And you know, oftentimes this side of the mat has these deep grooves in it. So again, having the ability to spray the graphene ceramic spray coating in there is just an added benefit. So again, just take the applicator, even it out on, you know, all the flat surfaces the best I can, but realistically, you know, doesn't need to be perfect. It's just, this is more of a cleaning aspect than it is an appearance type of thing. So you'll see, you know, I was talking about where you get scuffs on the mat. You can already see the coating already goes into those areas. The other areas that haven't been scuffed, like here, okay, has been a lot here, probably because Elon's driving very aggressively, but you can see it looks a little bit more, you know, dressed looking, I guess. But all together with the spray coating on here, this is gonna be a lot easier to clean next time. So we'll set this one right here, okay? Now we move on to the passenger floor mat, and like I said, we're gonna use the rubber mat liner protectant. So again, put this in spray form, not stream, like I did with the cleaner, okay? I want the spray on because I want this to go on thin and even. So take this. I mean, essentially this is like the same process as doing the spray coating. I'm more spraying it for coverage, okay? But what I like to do with the rubber mat liner protectant is I'll spray this on, And I have everything covered right now, okay? Now what I like to do, since this is a water-based product, I'm gonna let the sun do its work. So I'm gonna let the sun pull out the moisture or the water out of the formula, and then the dressing will stay, and then I'll even it out with a towel to make it look perfect. So maybe a little bit of a different process as far as putting this on here, but still get to spray it so you get a lot of the coverage to get in the grooves, the nooks and crannies and everything. And actually, I want to do this side as well. And when you use the rubber mat liner protectant, there's a couple ways to do it, okay? This way, I'm doing it as a dry spray. So it means your floor mat is dry. Like, you clean them already, you set them aside, all the water dried off of them, and then you apply the rubber mat liner protectant. You can also do it when they're wet. So after you've rinsed them off and they're still wet, you spray the rubber mat liner protectant on there, then you set them aside to dry, and then the water comes out of it and the protectant stays on. So it's kind of a, you know, clean them, put the rubber mat liner protectant on, set it and forget it. And then by the time you come back, if they look uneven, hit it with the edgeless utility towel, go back in the car, and you're ready to go. So in this case, I did the dry application. If you want to learn more about this product specifically when it comes to protecting floor mats and also understanding the dry versus wet application, click the link right here and you can see the product page video for this, which explains those processes more in depth. All right, so here's the look between the two mats of spray coating and the rubber mat liner protectant put on without evening it out. So you can see that the rubber mat liner protectant provides a little bit more of a look, but that's before you even it out. So what I like to do is I will take a edgeless utility towel. And the reason why we like to use this towel is it's a woven microfiber. So when I rub this on the rubber or the plastic, it's not gonna lint all over the floor mat, okay? So using one of these is very important because you don't wanna get lint all over this. So I like to take this, fold it into force, and then I like to fold it over so I have something to hold on to. And then we just take this, light pressure, wipe over the top of it. And you'll see, like, once I'm done doing this, evening this out, or I guess, you know, some other people will call it leveling it off, it actually ends up looking more consistent like the spray coating. So, you know, either way, again, I think the goal here is to not make my rubber mats shiny or plastic mats shiny. It's to make them rich and dark in color. And both the spray coating and the rubber mat liner protectant do both, you know, but, you know, I'd probably say that the rubber mat liner protectant provides more of a look. It's maybe not as noticeable, but you know, both of those look great to me. I'm very happy with both. But again, like I said, I'm more on the side of spray coating as a foundation and then rubber mat liner protectant on top of that, just to keep the protection going for longer. And the thing you'll notice, which I'll do right now, is when I spray these, you can see a difference in water behavior. The spray coating is gonna bead water. It's gonna make it a lot easier to clean. Whereas the protectant, it will be protected, but it doesn't have the ceramic protection in it, so it's not gonna bead water like you know, like when you put coating on your car. So I'll spray the rubber mat liner protectant one first, the passenger side. You can see there's some protection on there. You know, it's like the water's not beating up like crazy, but there's something on there, right? Whereas the spray coating, it beads water like crazy to the point where I can pick this up and the water just falls off of it. So, you know, that's mainly the reason why spray coating for me is just a better foundational protection. And then every time after that, the rubber mat liner protectant, until I get to that point where it's not beading water again. So, and just realize, you know, when you put the rubber mat liner protectant on top of the spray coating, right when you spray it, not necessarily gonna bead water like crazy because you have a layer of the rubber mat and liner protectant on it, but the foundation on there is just gonna make cleaning over time a lot easier, and it's gonna preserve the look of your all-weather floor mats for a longer period of time. So, so rubber mat and liner protectant, rubber mat and liner cleaner, Adams graphene ceramic spray coating, just very simple process. And again, this is something I do before I even get into the washing or even cleaning my wheels. This is the very first thing I do out of everything. And part of the reason for that is it's a reminder every time to keep my floor mats looking good. So if you have all-weather floor mats, this process is a proven, really good process to keep your mats clean, looking great, and protected. So hope this video was helpful. Subscribe to our channel to have more how-to videos like this. And we go live every single Wednesday. So if you're subscribed, get a notification. You can hang out with us Wednesday, 1 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. Otherwise, check out our YouTube, learn some stuff, and I hope your detailing processes are easy and enjoyable. Thanks for watching.